Hey everyone. Okay, sorry for the lack of videos lately. There hasn't really been that much going on. We've had really weird weather, and that's the main reason why I haven't made any videos. Also, I've been busy with other stuff. So you can see I have a few new additions to the Horde. This engine here is new, and the leaf blower. I already had that engine previously. Only reason why it's pulled out, a buddy contacted me yesterday early afternoon asking if I have an engine. He thought it was initially a Briggs, but it turned out he needed a Tecumseh. But this one's way too small to begin with. So I ended up bringing it over to his house, and I said, "Yep, nope, sorry, that one's definitely not going to work." And he's most likely, it's for a snowblower. He's going to go to Princess Auto and get an engine, but it has the cam drive that drives the wheels, and I tried to explain to him you cannot put a single pulley on there with one of those Chinese clone engines. It's just not going to work because the cam spins one direction and the crankshaft spins another direction. He thinks that he can get it to work, so I told him more power to him. I showed him my reasons why it won't work. He is an engineer, a mechanical engineer. He thinks he can make it work, but hey, more power to him if he can make it work. But anyways, for my time, he gave me this leaf blower here. No spark, just like the last one. But with some of these leaf blowers, if you contact the manufacturer, they will actually give you a coil on them, because the coils were known to go no good. So if I can get this one apart, the big yellow one I have, I could never get that one apart because a lot of the internal screws on it were stripped out, and I wasn't going to start drilling them out and pulling them out of plastic that way. So it's not worth my time. So hopefully this one's never been taken apart, never been monkeyed with, and I can get this one apart. And he also gave me those tin snips. No big deal. Also, I picked up 3 batteries from him. He was using these on his solar system. He got one large deep cycle now, so he no longer needs these 3. This one here has been charging since last night, and it's almost fully charged. It was the weakest out of the 3, so I decided to charge it first. If these will work, these are going to go on the generators in the shop, the 2 Onins. Both of those batteries are starting to go no good. They are very old. They were quite old whenever I initially got those batteries, and there's some fairly good scrap weight there for batteries. Also, the battery I have upstairs that's running my sound system, it's starting to get pretty weak as well. So I gotta replace 3 batteries, and here is 3 batteries to replace them with. So nothing's changed on the racer. Fun, always been fun, always will be fun. Really no complaints other than the belt on the front occasionally slipping off. And last weekend we took it out for some fun. All I can say is I wish I had a GoPro. It was fun. But today I'm going to be hopefully yanking the engine out of the Kubota, or sorry, the Allis-Chalmers, getting the Kubota engine out of the Allis-Chalmers. The guy's actually coming to pick it up now. He wanted to come next weekend, but next weekend's no good. So hopefully he's going to come the weekend after next. There we go. Figured I'm talking about the Allis-Chalmers, might as well point the camera at the Allis-Chalmers. But he wanted to come next weekend. Next weekend's no good for us, so hopefully he's going to come the weekend after. I wish he could have came today. Today would have actually been perfect, but he needs to give me the money first, and then he's going to come and pick up the engine, or we are going to ship it. I don't know yet, but I'd like to get it pulled out and get it mounted on a piece of plywood anyways, regardless, and I got to get that oil drained out of there as well. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much the situation with this. I also think this was overfilled with oil. That's what's causing some of the oil issues, and possibly pushed out the front seal. So I'm thinking that's what the issue could have been with this, overfilled with oil, and possibly overfilled with oil right from day one. But that's pretty much it. And then in the spring, I gotta go back to my friend's house and get 3 more push lawnmowers, 2 self-propelled, 1 regular, I believe they are. But last time we were there, when I picked up this last load of stuff from him, he was humming and hawing about giving me these push mowers, and I said to my dad, most likely he's going to end up giving to me in a few months. Wait and see. And sure enough, he is. He's saving one for his son, and he's giving me the other 3. So they should range in price about $50 to $60 a piece to resell them. It's all simple stuff on most of them. Cables need to be cleaned up and blade sharpened and get them running. It's not like they've been sitting overly long. He has had them running, so just really they've been sitting over the winter. But I guess that's pretty much it on this. Just a quick video. I may do a quick video later on once I get the Allis-Chalmers engine pulled out, the heart released from the body, and hopefully I can sell this body. Like I said, the body's in really nice condition on here besides the dash and hood. The hood's a little bit beat up, and the dash is quite beat up from having the diesel conversion. Down here was the original throttle, but then they moved the throttle up to here, and on this side here, this is where the this is where all the lights were for the oil pressure, la la la. And right here was a weird switch. I didn't think it was connected to anything, but it seemed to be connected into the wiring harness, so I pulled it off with the wiring harness as well. And the guy who's getting the engine he asked for all the wiring, radiator, etc. So he's getting all that as well. But only thing I'm keeping off of this is my new battery cables, because I'm not giving them up. Also, I'm going to make an attempt at taking the steering wheel, as long as it doesn't take too much to get it off and I don't break anything, and along those lines. And I'd like to put this on the racing lawnmower, maybe. Or I'd like to put it on the racing lawnmower, see how I like it. If I like it, I'll keep it. If I don't, I'll go back to stock. Because you guys know how I am. I like everything pretty much stock, and I like it being a sleeper. I like it being modified, but I don't want you to be able to tell that it's modified. So I guess that's pretty much it. So I'll talk to them later. Please keep redneck like always, and please try and comment.